Hey you guys, so I am back with a brand new video and I figured I would share with you guys a new collection that I found in Kohl's, which pretty much have me like super excited because when I first seen it, I was walking in the little like beauty section in Kohl's and I was like, hold up, that looks like Kylie Cosmetics. So yeah, so the collection is called Academy of Color and it just pretty much just look like this. First of all, the packaging looks exactly like Kylie Cosmetics, where you have the eyes. The only difference is hers have like the drops under the eye part, but packaging is the exact same thing and the setup inside looks exactly like hers. I know before hers didn't used to have a mirror, but now like her newest one comes with a mirror on it, but of course this one doesn't. But you guys, like, it look the exact same. And then they also have like lip products which pretty much just look like this. This one is called the Matte Liquid Lip Collection. It's the Nudes one. And then they also have a metallic liquid lip, which is this one. So if you guys want to see like reviews and swatches and a demo, then of course just keep watching. Alright you guys, so I did pick up a few pieces from the collection. First of all, the collection was super inexpensive. The eyeshadow palettes retail for $10.99, and then I did get a highlighter little kit which retailed for $12.99, and then the lip color collection retailed for $15.99, and then the single one retailed for $6.99. But starting off, I guess I will dive into the first two eyeshadow palettes. I want to say they have two more, but those other two didn't really like catch my attention. Just these two caught my attention. The first one is called the Mulberry. It's the eyeshadow 9 shade palette, which just looks like this on the inside, and it does come with a little like plastic thing to like cover the eyeshadows, but I pretty much just took all of that out already. But you do get 9 shades, well 9 shadows in here, and you guys, I think this palette is gorgeous. It's a nice warm eyeshadow palette, you guys, so that's my preference for my eyeshadows. You have a mixture of matte shadows and shimmer shades as well. Out of this palette, I only use one color out of this palette to complete my makeup look, but I guess I'll just swatch a few colors for you guys. And they also have the names of the actual shadows on the palette, which I do like, because sometimes, you know, they have the names like on these, or they'll have the name like on the back of the box. But I do think having the actual names on the actual shadow itself, like on the bottom part, I just think it's more convenient. Therefore, I can just say, okay, you guys, I'm using Latte, or you guys, I'm using Angel, or just, you know, little things like that. So I thought that was really cool and very thoughtful of them. So I just want to swatch a few colors for you guys, just so we can see what these swatches look like. Swatching is all right. That is what the shadows look like. Now I will say with Latte, it's showing up really like patchy on my hands, and then it almost looked like it's gray, whereas in the actual container it looks more like a brown color, which is this one right here. It looks more brown, but again, swatched on my hand, it looks more gray, which is right here on my hand. They're kind of powdery and they're not swatching very like pigmented, but that's just the first row. Let's dive into the next row. All right, and I swatched 3 more for you guys right here. These 2 of these colors are Shimmer. The one is a matte shade. That one color, which is called Baby Girl, it is like a really light powdery pink color. The one called Diva, that one was really pretty, but it's still kind of like patchy a little bit. And then the last one, it's not that pigmented either. So swatching it is really not the best swatches, but you guys know swatching the eye application can sometimes differ. But again, swatching it is not the best pigmentation. It looks kind of powdery and chalky. So moving on to the next eyeshadow palette. All right, the next eyeshadow palette, this one is called Peach Scented. It's the eyeshadow 9 shade palette, which the packaging just looked like this. You do have the peach detailing on the side, whereas Mulberry have like this marble burgundy detailing on the side. And then inside, the colors of this one is again warm tone eyeshadows, which look like this. For my eye look, I did choose more colors out of this eyeshadow palette because it pretty much caught my attention the most. Here are the colors. So the first one, you have Privilege, is this really pretty like golden color, and then you have Venus, which I have all over my lid. I will tell you with Venus, it does look purple in the actual like packaging, but once I applied it on my eyes, I was like, okay, this is more so pink than like purple, so it wasn't really the color that I thought it was going to be. And then we have Bermuda, which is this really pretty gold color on the side. Let me actually swatch that one. I don't know, it's okay. Like, it's not the best gold that I've seen, but it's not horrible either. Then you have Champagne, which is really pretty. Let me swatch Champagne. Yeah, no, these swatches are not doing this palette justice at all. This is Champagne right here. Like, they're just swatching really like chalky and powdery. Like, it's not a nice smooth swatch at all. So to be honest with you, the eyeshadow palettes for me were kind of like a dud. I personally wouldn't recommend the eyeshadow palettes. I just kind of feel like they're not the most pigmented. They're kind of patchy and chalky, but the color selections are really nice. I just kind of wish they would change the formula. I'm not gonna completely rule it out yet because I do want to try some more of these colors, like different colors on my eyes one more time, but as of right now, I will say you can pass on the eyeshadow palette because they're not the best formulated that I've seen, but for the price it's kind of like, you know. So that's these. Moving on to the highlighter, is called the Strobe and Glow 4 Shade Palette. Here is the packaging. It's really nice and sleek and compact. I think it's gorgeous. I love the theme that they're going with as far as the packaging is concerned. On the inside, you do get 4 colors in here. You have this white one is called Luster. You have this golden color called Sunset, which I do have on my face, which is poppin'. I do love this color. You have Goddess, which is this really pretty like golden color down here, and then you have Glow, which is like this really pretty champagne color. I do have Luster in my inner tear duct to kind of like give my look, you know, some life. But I do feel like it's a really nice color selection as far as highlighters. You do have colors for everyone in here. I do see myself using Sunset, Glow, and Goddess on my actual like face itself. For my eyes, I will probably just keep Luster strictly for my eyes because that's too icy for my face. But if you are fair skin, I think it'll be a really pretty color for you. Let me just go ahead and swatch these colors for you guys. Alright, so here are the highlighters swatched on my hand. I do think Luster swatched really nicely as well as Goddess. However, Sunset and Glow, I had to kind of double back in to get like some more pigmentation, especially for Glow, but I do think they're really pretty. They aren't the best highlighters that I have tried that's inexpensive, but at the same time they're not horrible either. I'll just say, if you like highlighters and you want to try something that's inexpensive and you want to add it to your collection, go ahead and try it out. I wouldn't say to go and run to buy it because I don't think it's that kind of product, but it's not a horrible product either. So I'll just say for this one, the preference is yours. I will keep this one because I do like it. Again, I mean, it applied really nicely. When I blended out, it didn't disappear and like fade away. It's not chunky, it's not glittery. It's just a really pretty highlighter. So choice is yours as far as the highlighter is concerned. And then for the lip color, again, this one is called the Matte Liquid Lip Collection. It's the Nudes. You do get 4 colors in here, and I like on the back how they pretty much have the different colors on the lips. You can kind of get an idea of what it looks like. I do have on 2 colors on my lips today. I guess we can go ahead and like do some swatches. Alright, so the first one is called Pretty Please. Is this really pretty like nudish, pinkish color. It's kind of hard to describe it in the tube, but that's just what it looks like. So it's more on the pinky side, and it's actually swatching really nicely. It's not swatching patchy at all. So that one is called Pretty Please. And then the next one is called Nude 2, which I do have on my lips today. I can definitely tell you it's more of like a grayish color, but it have like some purple undertones, and it's actually my favorite one. So that is Nude 2 right there. And applying it, it almost applies like wet. It's not heavy, it's not uncomfortable, it's not sticky. It's almost like a wet feeling when you put it on, and it dries down really nicely. The next one is called Modernness. It looks more like an oxblood vampy brown color. And here is my, ooh, that's really pretty. This is Modernist, so pretty. Can't wait to try that one out. And then I have on Rosy Posy in the middle like of my lips on top of Nuditude, and it's more like a Barbie pink color. I don't think I will ever wear this color by itself because it's too pink for my liking, but I think topped over like a nude or like a dark brown, it might be really pretty for that purpose. But that is Rosy Posy right there on my hand. So I will say the actual lip collection is probably my favorite from the whole Academy color collection, because again, it's really pigmented, it's really pretty, it swatches really nicely, it's not patchy, it's comfortable. It's almost like, can y'all even see that? You do get a little bit of transfer, but it's not a lot of transfer at all. So I will say it's kiss proof, and I honestly can see myself wearing this as my go-to liquid lip color because it's really pretty, it's comfortable, it's not drying, it's not sucking the life out of my lips. It's just a really pretty color. Like, they did an awesome job with this formula. Like, probably one of the best ones I've tried. That's drugstore. Yeah, one of the best ones that I've tried. And moving on to the last one is their metallic liquid lip color. They had another metallic color. I want to say they had two more, but I'm not a huge fan of like metallic lips, and I didn't want to like waste my money buying multiple colors, so I only bought one. This one is called Swan Lake, and I kind of figured I could use it like maybe topped over like another lip color. So here is what it looks like. Really pretty. You also get like a lip liner and a sharpener on top, which is not bad for $6.99 at all. Here is the color. Really pretty. You do have like some like shimmer in there, so I do think it'll be really pretty topped over another lip color. All right, here is what it looks like. So that is the color right there. Again, it's really pretty. By itself, of course, I would not wear it by itself. However, I cannot wait to see what it looks like topped over something else. It's more like a pink color, and you have like some purple like reflexes in there. So again, I think topped over something else, it'll be really pretty. So yeah, you guys, that's pretty much the collection. Again, my thoughts on it: I think the packaging is amazing. It looks just like Kylie's packaging. I do like the liquid lip colors. It's really pretty, it's very comfortable. The color selections are woman of color friendly, which is a plus for me. The eyeshadow palette was a definite miss for me. They kind of missed the mark on that one. Maybe just the colors that I swatched, but they just didn't wow me. The pigmentation was not there swatching it on my eyes. Some of the colors did work for my eyes and some colors did not. And for the highlighter, I do like the highlighter palette. It's really pretty. It's very subtle, but at the same time, you can definitely build the color up if you want to intensify it some more. And the metallic liquid lip color, I wouldn't wear it by itself, but maybe topped over something else. You know, I think it'll be pretty in that aspect. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed my review. If you haven't checked out their collection, you can go to Kohl's. I know they have their collection in there. Let me know your thoughts on it. Let me know how you like it. I am going to keep the eyeshadow palettes because I do want to play with the eyeshadow palette some more, because the colors are definitely up my alley, and I do like the way my eye look came out. So I am going to play with it some more and just kind of like update you guys later, but as of right now, it's a miss for that one. But everything else is pretty much a thumbs up for me. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoy my video. Like always, please rate, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye guys. Alright you guys, so I'm going to use the Academy of Color eyeshadow 9 shade palette. I'm going to use the one that's called Peach Scented, which just look like this. It's some really pretty colors in here. They're definitely up my alley as far as like color choices. So we're just going to go ahead and do our eye look. Utilizing this palette, so just kind of see what, you know, and how this palette works. So starting off, to prime my eyes, I'm just going to use the Lorac Behind the Scenes eyeshadow primer, which just look like this. Just going to prime my eyes. Alright, and then starting off, the first color in the palette, I actually like that they have the names on the palette. But the first color I'm just going to go in with is called Snaps, but it's this pretty brown shade. So I'm just going to use that as my transition color. Alright, and then on top of it, I'm just going to use Calypso, which is this really pretty like orange color right here. Now surprisingly, with the color called Snaps, I did get like some fallout, but then the one that's called Calypso, I got no kickback at all. It's pretty much like pressed in there very well, so that's quite surprising. But I do like the pigmentation that I'm getting from both colors. It's actually showing up, so that is a good thing, especially for the price that I paid for it. So far I am actually liking the palette. Now moving in, I'm going to go into the eyeshadow 9 shade palette. This one is called Mulberry. I am going to dive into this one because they do have a deeper brown color called Latte, which I do want to use. I'm just going to go into that one. And then going back into the eyeshadow 9 shadow palette in Peach Scented, I'm actually going to take the color Venus, which is this really pretty purple color, and put it on my lid. So I really thought it was going to show up as this like purple color right here, but it's actually showing up like a pinky color, which is quite surprising. And my brush is not wet. Let's try to wet our brush and just kind of see like what that looks like. Alright you guys, just going to put a pause on the eyes, and I do want to dive into the Strobe and Glow Foreshadow palette, which just look like this. You do get 4 beautiful colors in here. The first one is called Luster, then you have Sunset, which is this really pretty like golden color. That one is Luster. The one down here is called Goddess, and then this one is called Glow. So let's just go ahead and open this up. I think for my look, I'm gonna use like these 3 can definitely work for me, but I think today I'm going to use let's use Sunset, and I'm just using my Anastasia Beverly Hills A23 brush. Oh wow, that's really pretty. Can you guys see that? You guys, look at that. That is so pretty. Alright, let's go on and just kind of blend it out a little bit so it's not too like harsh, but it is a really pretty color. It's really pretty. This color is really pretty, but I think I do want to go in with one more color called Rosy Posy, which is this really pretty pink color. I'm just going to dab that in the middle. Oh, that's really pink. Oh. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoy my video. Like always, please rate, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye guys.